are.
Do you have enough quarters to play these games?
Let's chat about that.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Chat Room Podcast Season 2, Episode 2. Sorry it's been a while, but a couple things came in the way, and now we are back.
Yep.
I am your host, Joku.
I'm CJ.
And before we get into this game, I would like for you guys to head over to our other channels, the Italian Samurai and Super CJ's World, where he's basically almost finishing up Red Dead.
Yeah, I got like probably like 2, maybe 3 more episodes of Red Dead. I'm shooting for 2, but if it goes in 3, then so be it. But it's a hell of a ride, though.
And should be working on episode 6 of the Super Mario Sunshine.
Yep.
And a couple other things. I know last week I didn't really have anything up. I did a silly music video. Well, not really a music video, but just a song from Eight Crazy Nights, Adam Sandler.
You know, and it was all right. I listened to it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's just something a little different, because the holidays is coming up. I'm like, you know what? Let me try something out, So I went ahead and did that. Let me try to fix this camera. So anyways, we are here. We are back. We're going to be talking about some arcade games and not talking about those arcade games where people say, hey, this is an arcade style game.
Yeah,
we're talking about the old arcade where you go into
arcade cabinets.
The cabinets.
Yes.
The pinball machines, the skee ball, the air hockeys, all that shit.
Oh my God, air hockey.
So the reason why I was talking about this is because of your brother next weekend. They're going down to more South Florida to play some retro games. And they got skee ball, they got air hockey, they got pinball machines, they got arcades. I was like, There's another topic I want to play because a lot of people think like, oh, let's play this game on the Xbox or PlayStation. It's an arcade style game, but it's like let's talk about the arcade cabinets.
Yes.
Because it's like they're not really around anymore. You have
not
to go to
many, really.
You have to go to a place to actually pay for these games. And I just remember when I moved down here, Harley, I went to a mall. There's only one mall that had, our mall had like one little store that had like arcades.
You know what? I remember that.
And
I do remember that.
But before we start talking about that, I want you guys to please hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, share, and also comment down below what was your favorite game that you guys played all the time. And
at the arcades.
Yeah, what was your favorite game and how old were you? And because like I said, I was young, so probably early 90s is when I started playing arcade games.
Oh yeah, me too.
So we're just gonna jump right into it. And also don't forget, head up to our merch. I have a new shirt for any of you Cobra Kai fans out there. It's my new martial arts shirt. On the back of it says the tournament, the Sakai Taikai shirt. So
nice.
Pick one of those up before the last part of Cobra Kai comes out. Show your Cobra Kai spirit and stuff like that.
Honestly, when it comes to that, just real short, I haven't even got into that series yet. But I'm working on watching it. I heard it was good.
Great fucking series.
I've never heard anybody say anything bad about it, so I'm looking forward to it.
So yes, links down in the description. Also, like I said, yes, please head over to the shop, get you some hats, some shirts, some drinkware, and all that stuff, and pick up yourself one of those Sakai Taikai shirts. You'll love it.
Awesome.
So, anyways, I wanted to do a video about instead of like doing consoles and PCs and stuff like that. I always like games. Where did it all begin, or where did it all begin? Arcades. In the arcades. You actually had to go to the arcades and play.
Quarters up the ass.
I think I'm going to go and say my first game wasn't really a fighter game. It was a racing game. I remember a game called Outrun.
I remember that one.
Yeah. So
I remember that.
You go in there, got the steering wheel, got the foot pedals in the chair.
Yep.
I think that was my very first game I played was Outrun.
Nice. Honestly, I think my first one, I believe, was Mortal Kombat 2 in the arcade. You basically just you just hit combo after combo with that shit.
Because a lot of your fighting games did come to arcades first.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, Tekken, all that stuff came.
My friend JC went all the time back in the day, going to the arcades, and he'd do Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and he'd play competition with a bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
And he was good, and he still is good at that stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I used to play the claw machines.
The claw machines.
The claw machines.
Those things like to rip you off sometimes.
Well, in the show, I'll tell you more. The history of me about the claw machines. But also too the pinball machines. I love a good pinball machine.
Pinball machines is some of my most favorite ones to do.
I love a good pinball machine. Just to sit there and just and
the thing is, you can spend fucking hours doing that shit too. Mm-hmm. That's how fucking fun they are and addictive.
Pinballs. Yep. So the racing games, pinball machines, skee balls. Not really too crazy about playing them, but not really too crazy about them.
I played my fair share of skee ball. It's not bad, but if you're not good at it, you can lose a lot of quarters and not get a whole lot of prizes.
What about some hoops?
Honestly, I was never good at that. But again, my friend JC, he played basketball when he was in high school, and he was damn good at that. So he was just like swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
Let's see here. What about those ones where you had to punch like a punching bag?
Oh, you mean
the big ball? Yeah.
How hard you can punch those things?
Play those?
Oh yes. I actually saw a video, I think it was last month. Someone was able to figure out and rig it, mess with the mechanics in it, and it just goes bloop, and then it just gives you the top fucking score. I'm like, that's fucking cheating as hell right there.
Yeah.
But you can't blame them for trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'd go and hit that damn thing as hard as I could, man, but it was always someone that was better than you.
Of course. So those are the couple games that we'll be talking about. First of all, I remember. Have you ever in Orlando? They had Disney Quest. You've been to Disney.
Oh yeah, you took me there.
Exactly. They had 5 floors of fucking games.
Oh my god, that was so.
They had one floor all pinball machines, all arcade, and then the bottom floor all the
they had
VR
laser
stuff.
Tag, right?
Huh?
They also had laser tag in there, right? Didn't they?
No laser tag in there, but
I swore they did.
But they did have this badass game, and there was it's called the Master of High Seas. Basically based.
Yes, that was fun as hell. You just pull the
you pretend you're on a big old boat, and you got these big 6 screens all around you with the fucking sea and all that stuff. You just go around and you got the pirate,
and the thing moves too,
exactly.
right? Like you're on the sea.
And you had one person as a captain and stuff like that, and he just drive the boat, and then you had 6 people in there and trying to shoot the other ships and stuff like that. Now
that was fun as hell.
I remember one time when who was my wife, but at the time she was my girlfriend, and we would go to Disney for the weekend, and I would have a seasonal pass for Disney and Disney Quest.
Oh shit!
So I'll get there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Oh my god!
And she's like, I won't be here till about 4. I'm like, she's like, what are you gonna do? It's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna go to Disney Quest. So here's my pass. So I went down, right? I went into that VR, or not the VR, but the pirate game.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, hey man, I'm just 1. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, just 1. She's like, don't you need any help? I'm like, no. She goes, you want a ghost captain? I'm like, no. I'll say, I'll steer the boat and do the fucking guns. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. So I was in there fucking blowing all the fucking things, doing the fucking, steering.
Oh my god.
And at the very end, you get everything. And it came all the way up to said Master of High Seas. I got the number 1 by myself. So she could not believe it. So she's went in there. Everybody's like, what the hell? So I got a picture taken and all that stuff.
Damn, you had to work hard on that one.
I was actually trying to shoot the damn cannons, and I had my back foot on the steering wheel, trying to drive the boat, steer the boat, and stuff like that.
I would have paid to see that. Wow, that would have been great.
Yeah. So that was a cool thing. And then, like I said, the pinball machines in there. They had a cool Back to the Future one, Indiana Jones one.
That's right. I remember coming across the Back to the Future one.
That was pretty cool too. The Back to the Future pinball machines.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for fans of Back to the Future like me and you.
Yep. So Disney Quest was pretty badass. They tore it down years ago. I'm kind of pissed
Shame.
off, but they said it's probably more money to keep up with it. I'm like, not really. Y'all making a whole lot of money.
Hell yeah.
Y'all could have kept up with the times and the technology. You guys
Yeah.
could have kept that thing going.
Yep. Didn't they have? Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they have a Wreck-It Ralph arcade in there?
Yep, they did have a Wreck-It Ralph
I thought I remember seeing that.
arcade cabinet. Yep. Yep.
Yes.
When the movie came out, Wreck-It Ralph, they actually, I don't know if it was a real game in real life or what, or they just made that just off
Just
the
for-
movie.
yeah.
I don't know. You guys put it out in the comments below. Do they actually have a Wreck-It Ralph or Fix-It Felix? It was called Fix-It Felix.
Oh yeah, I think yeah.
Put it in the comments below. Was there a real game called Fix It Felix, or they just made it for after the movie because you just basically were just Fix It Felix. You didn't play Wreck-It Ralph. You played you did his job. You went in and played. It's like almost like Donkey Kong.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's kind of like what that game was kind of based off of, Donkey Kong.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly. So yeah, I remember that game, playing that shit. Couple racing games.
Oh god, yeah. When it comes to racing games, when a fucking Cruising USA or in Cruising the World, I had a blast on.
Oh yeah.
And I think that was the first time I actually played Cruising the World was in the arcade style.
Before it came to 64?
Yeah. Because I remember I forgot where the hell I was at. I think it was at Kmart, if I'm not mistaken. They had an arcade there for the Cruising the World. I was like, I got to jump on that. And the fact that they showed you he was able to wheelie the cars that, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is straight up my alley.
Now, I know one game I didn't really like was the racing game was that Mario Kart one. It just felt too clunky.
You know, actually, I never even got a chance to play that.
It felt too clunky. It just didn't feel like right. You know, when you turn, it felt like you were on ice all the time.
Oh, God.
It was just all over the place. I'm like, I can't play this.
Yeah.
Just give me the joystick and let me just play the controller.
Now, we did have fun with the steering wheel we had for 64 for it, but that's another story.
Yeah, that'd be another story for. Yeah, we talked about that in one of the episodes in season 1 of our accessories.
Yep.
Another game that basically sucked on console and arcade mode was the Star Wars Pod Racer.
That's another one I didn't play.
It sucked on the 64 and it sucked in the
Wow.
because you sat in a real pod thing and you had the two steering wheels like this and you had to turn you had to turn left, you had to turn right or right, left and stop and go.
Just didn't feel right.
It's just like how you fucking it just
I get the concept. The concept is like you pull like that.
doing that.
Yeah,
I kept running to the walls, doing this hard turns.
Probably.
Like,
what it probably was? It was probably either too sensitive or it wasn't good enough. Or who knows?
But no, one game I played up there was pretty badass too. It was like this cool airplane simulator, right?
I think I played something similar to that.
This was in Disney Quest 2. You get in, it's like a whole cabinet. You got these big old screens. You got the big old takeoff and
that
shit.
was cool.
Yeah.
I did get on that. That was pretty fun. It made you feel like you're really flying.
Yeah. And then they had another one called Afterburner.
Really?
I think that was a Sega game called Afterburner where you're in a
jet.
jet.
Because I would say that sounded
But this
familiar.
one in here, you had a joystick, you go like this, and the fucking pod don't.
Yeah, actually, I think they did because you remember Terminator 2? Mm-hmm. John Connor was actually playing that.
Yeah, so it was like this and shit. Yeah,
And he was like going in.
Yeah,
and
so they had. I played that too.
That was pretty cool though. I actually did play that. I played that back in the day too.
Yep. A lot of quarters spent, but
oh god, yeah.
At least one thing is a what's it called Disney Quest. You basically paid a day pass for like $40, and then everything was unlocked.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
When you took me there, that's when I got to, and I was like, you just took me everywhere. And I'm like, I died and got to heaven.
I'm like, yeah, it was so bad. 5 stories of like, unlimited arcades. I mean, they had VR stuff. They had
VR stuff was pretty cool from what I remember.
Yeah, the VR stuff. They had
some VR shootings.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they have a few scary games too in VR there? No, I thought they did.
No, they didn't probably, but they had the first floor was all like the VR and interactive stuff. Then they had the second floor was all your retro arcades, and then the third floor was all your pinballs.
That's right.
And then they had one, a Buzz Lightyear game.
I saw that, but I never played it.
Yeah, it's almost like bumper cars. You kind of get into it, and then you play, and then you have these like little rubber dodgeballs. You put in the thing, and you shoot the cannon.
Oh, yeah, you can just shoot it.
And then they shoot someone, and they start spinning in circles. Yeah.
That's cool. I wish I could have got. I wish I got on that.
Yeah, and then they had another game up there too. It was like basically build your own roller coaster.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
You brought me on there, and that was crazy.
You get a little card, and you dip, and you put it into a machine, and you build your track and loops and all this stuff. How fast you want to go, and then you take it out and you give them to okay. You got 5 turns, you got 18 loops, and all this stuff, and you're going to be going at 65 miles an hour. They strap you in, you're like this, and then you whoa.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry. Didn't our friend John go there with us, and he made a straight
Yes.
track?
Yes, he
just point A to point B.
Yes, it was very slow because he's like, because we went in there like, okay, we're gonna build a roller coaster, not tell each other, and then swap cards.
Oh
And
my
then-
god!
And then we went to the host. We're like, listen, we don't want to know what's on these cards. We want to be surprised. They're like, okay. So then we went in there, and then I get in a ride, and then I'm like, great. John's gonna make some crazy fucked up shit. I'm gonna puke my brains out, whatever, right? I'm getting in there. I'm like, all right, just give it to me. I'm like this, and it's just like break and slow. I'm like this, and I'm getting like, and it's like ride's done. I'm like, the fuck was this? And then John and they're like laughing their ass off. I'm like, I was not expecting this from you. But then again, it's you. What else am I expecting?
I was just gonna say, I bet you walked out and they were literally pointing and laughing on the floor at you.
They were. Because I was expecting like loops and banks and
Who knows
all
what,
types of
what
shit.
John's mind.
But no, it's just a straight fucking line. I was like, fuck.
Because you can either expect the most extreme from him, or you can expect the most basic and just.
Well, I wasn't expecting the basic. I was expecting the extreme.
Well, like, you know John as well as I do. He either goes 1
Or two.
or 2.
Exactly.
And you never know what he has in his mind.
So yeah. So yeah, I remember that too, man. The arcades and stuff like that. And then we had another type of thing in Orlando. It was called the Void. Well, not so much an arcade game, but it was like 4D. So you basically wear like the headset and stuff like that,
okay.
and you wear a backpack with a computer in it. And then you basically we played a Star Wars thing in there.
Oh, nice.
And then you can see all the environment stuff like that. So when you picked up a gun, it actually was like a big piece of plastic that you actually felt like you're holding a gun.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was like 4D. You had like these fucking headphones on, but they're like 3D headphones, so you can still hear people talking,
so
but you also hear the environment.
Got it.
It was so badass.
Nice.
It's like then you go to a panel, you start pushing buttons, and it was like a panel you actually touch with buttons on. It was so badass.
Nice.
Yeah, me and my wife, we went up there. We're like, we were doing this shit, and then they tore that shit down.
Oh my god, they tear everything that's good down.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, just like you, and that's the reason why we're doing this. We miss the old style arcades.
I do. I miss a good. I do miss a good arcade.
Because I mean, it's just you're able to go out and do something you love doing anyway.
Because sometimes, like I said, we started playing on the arcades.
Yeah.
The fighting games. People lined up to play fucking Mortal Kombat. Because you can be sitting there playing that game and then people putting their quarters.
And you just like, it was so easy to do fucking combos with that shit.
Yeah, the joystick and.
And you just like, and all of a sudden you're juggling someone in the air, just beating the crap out of them. You're like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Didn't your dad, JD, when he playing Mario? And he was like, he won a lot of money because he did something.
That was actually not on an arcade. It was an actual Nintendo.
Oh shit!
It was at this place he used to hang out at. I think it was on. So I don't remember, but he used to hang out there, and it was an old Nintendo. And they had original Super Mario Brothers, and everyone would take their chance and try to see if they can beat his time, and no one could. And you got to think. Remember, at that time, no one knew about. Not too many people knew about the special pipes area where you can warp to worlds, and not too many of them knew about it.
I thought they had like an arcade.
Now, in that same place, they did have an arcade there, which was Paperboy.
Oh shit!
It was an actual bike, and you had to press that. Each side had buttons on the handlebars to throw the paper from one side or to the other.
What?
Yeah, that shit was badass.
I've never even seen anything like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I did some the motorcycle wands. I did those. I did the skateboarder wands where you had the skateboard. You kind of hold the rail and just do this stuff like that because they had a Tony Hawk one, which was kind of weird to do.
Now I remember. Actually, I take that back about my first arcade. It was not Mortal Kombat. It was Pac-Man. And it was an old, unique style of arcade cabinet. And it was at the bar that my mom worked at. And it was basically...
The glass top.
It was, a glass top. You
and
look down.
And your hands go inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? My second one wasn't, like I said, it was still, Outrun. But I remember playing, when you said that, I'm like, oh shit, I remember playing a game called Burger Time.
Yes.
They had that.
They also had that game in that style.
Yeah, it was the same style too. But the thing is, mine wasn't in a bar. Mine was in a barber shop.
Oh wow, nice.
So when my mom used to take me and my brother to go get haircuts and waiting in line.
While you're waiting,
they had Burger Time. And Burger Time was pretty cool too, man. You just kind of go around there and hit the little fucking the bun and then hit the meat and then the stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Yeah. Another game I used to play on the arcade was Beer Tap.
I never played that.
Yeah, but they changed it to, when it came to the consoles, they changed it to Root Beer Tab because it was
of course,
like whatever, because,
family friendly Nintendo.
But the Beer Tab, they have it in Wreck-It Ralph the movie.
Oh, that's right, they did.
Yeah, you're a bartender. Basically, you just go around and make sure everybody has beer, and there's nobody's not at the same thing. That's right. Your beer falls off.
That scene was in the game, and not the game, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I forgot about that. Very cool on that for them.
So I remember playing Beer Tap. That was pretty cool too. And I remember going to when we went to Japan, and they had all the arcades there, dude.
Really?
Oh my god, dude! We played the first, probably inspired to play Guitar Hero.
Oh, okay.
It was called Guitar Freaks.
Oh, that's where you first started playing it?
Yeah, well, it wasn't even here in America. It was even Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero wasn't even out yet. This was years before Guitar Hero came out.
Really?
Yes. Because this was called Guitar Freak, and you picked up a guitar and had 3 buttons, and then you played some fucking music. And then I remember sitting in that damn thing. They had a Guitar Freak and they had a Drum Freak, which you had the drums and stuff like that. You could link them together and sync each other.
Yep.
And then, like I said, I remember I told you when this guy came in there, got off of work. He came in all full business clothes, his suitcase and everything. He just walked in there, put his briefcase down, took his jacket off, rolled his shirt up, took his tie, put it in the thing, right? Took his glasses off, and he was sitting there playing Dance Dance Resolution. And he was like, I remember hearing it from the far side of the arcade. It was like, perfect, good, perfect, good. You're a fire, you're a star, blah, 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 right? And then after he got done, he basically took his tie back out, rolled his shirt down, put his glasses back on, his jacket, put the briefcase, and walked right out. I'm like,
dude just came, dropped the mic, left.
I was like, what the fuck? And then we went to another.
That actually reminds me of that scene in.
No, this beat the one.
I'm sure, but that kind of I just got flashbacks from the movie Grandma's Boy.
When he's in there playing, yeah. And then we went to another arcade. Then there was a racing game. I think it was Gran Turismo or some shit like that, right? So I'm getting in there, and all of a sudden this Japanese kid gets in there. I'm like, fuck, right? He's like, you want to play? I'm like, sure. And of course, he's Asian. He whooped my ass. He's all like fucking Fast and the Furious shit. He's like, vroom, vroom. I'm like
doing that drifting on your ass.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden, then me and John, we went to another arcade. It was not the same arcade, but another game. Remember that game called House of the Dead?
I do.
Those little shotguns.
Honestly, I have that on my Switch.
Okay. Yes. So you grab the 2 shotguns. Now this game was imported from America to Japan because it had all the Japanese subtitles, but it was in English.
Okay, so the voice was in English.
Exactly. So we picked up we started fucking playing this fucking house, bow, 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 right, blowing shit, right? Fucking high score. We turned around, we had a whole fucking crowd of Asian people clapping their hands. I'm like, well, we are Americans.
We know how to shoot.
You guys might be good at cars. We got good at guns.
Yep. I bet they were like, damn.
But yeah, and that's another too. Those games I like in arcades too. The ones where you have to take the guns and start shooting.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah,
it's like the ones when they had the handgun ones where you just like, pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Very fun. Yeah. Very fun. And I love the fact that all you had to do was focus on the damn shooting. The game walked for you. Right.
There's a game I love too in the arcade. I think it was called Time Crisis. it was cool because like
It sounds familiar.
every time you put your gun down, you it automatically made you hide behind something, and when you click it, then it pops up, and then you do this.
I think I've seen
if you
something
do
like
this
that
with your gun,
before.
you reload your bullets, and then you pop, 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 like that. But yeah, it was so cool because then you had to hide behind something and pop, 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 pop.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was
It
a
just
fun.
made it kind of convenient to like make sure you can take cover when you need to.
Yeah. Now, there's one game that I could not fucking stand, dude. It was called Deer Hunter.
I played that.
It had one rifle, and then, like I said, as soon as you aim for the screen, the deer took off.
Gone.
And you're like,
Spooked.
I didn't do anything. It said, go, and as soon as you take an aim, and gone. I'm like, I didn't even shoot the fucking gun yet.
Like, I wasn't even that close for you to get spooked. Yeah, I played that. I think only one time, and I was like, okay, I've had enough of this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was and then some good old fucking air hockey.
Yes. Dude, we about killed a few people with us.
Hey, man, because when I hit that fucking puck, man, that puck flies off the damn board
Because
and kills people.
we did that at Disney Quest. And my brother, he comes into the room as we're in mid-play. I think I
Bunk.
hit, and it went off the board, and he's coming in, and it hit the wall, like, right next to him.
Yep.
If he would have... he could have got his head knocked off.
Yep. Yeah, we're deadly with that damn thing.
It was
Because, I
awesome.
mean, like I said, I know air hockey's supposed to just tap it,
no.
it. But we fucking
We
boom,
just, like,
boom, boom.
we hit that shit as hard as we can. We're like, get in there. We're nasty with that.
So, also, too, you guys, you think the arcade should come back? I mean, I know some are still around in certain states, certain little hole in the wall retro things, but
Yeah.
I think some should come back. I mean,
Honestly, I think, I don't know this for sure, but I think the bowling alley, where I played a lot of my arcades back in the day when my parents went bowling back in the day, and that's where me and my brother went to play arcades a lot.
right.
They may still have some in there. I don't know. I haven't been in that building in years, but they might.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pay some money to go play some pinball machines.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I love a good.
I mean,
pinball machine.
honestly, even though it's not an arcade, but I mean, if I get like on my PlayStation or even my Switch, I've got a few free downloaded pinball games.
I remember I had a VR pinball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's cool for the. It's actually on my channel. I put it in there. It was for the Quest. It was actually called the Oculus Quest.
Oh, the Oculus
The first
Rift?
one, right? Yeah, the Rift.
Okay,
it was
yeah.
Quest.
Okay.
I played Back to the Future. It's pretty cool because then you got to stand in here and actually look like you got a big old
Nice.
cabinet and stuff like that. And you can hold the two controllers to do this.
Oh,
and-
that's cool.
And sometimes I look around and you see the door and just go back and shit.
Nice. I bet that was cool to see when you're sitting there playing in our pinball.
That's
and
one
you're
thing
like,
about the VR is like you can have stuff you do this and you hear the sounds and then all of a sudden you see like, oh
Boom.
shit. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh,
too.
hell yeah. That's something I probably could have gotten into very easily.
Oh yeah. So
Oh, man. Good times, though, man, really.
oh yeah. I think the last time we went to an arcade was probably at Dave and Buster's.
You know,
And they're pretty fun to play.
I've been, like, at some point, my friend JC and his sister, they said one time if they do go to Dave and Buster's, they're going to invite me. See, so I've never been to one.
Well, there's one here. They just built one in town.
That's what they were talking about.
Yeah.
And this was like a couple months ago when they brought this up to me. So if we do go, I can't wait to see what it's like in there.
I mean, me personally, I'd rather just like eat at home or eat something because the food there is good, but it's overpriced.
Well, I wouldn't be paying. They'd be paying.
I know.
They said it was their treat when they offered it to me.
I know.
So I was like,
Well, I
okay.
mean, I know when you eat food, you get more points and more stuff like that. But I remember one time we went there. Me and my wife went to Orlando, went to Dave and Buster's. It was like a didn't know what the fuck to do. It was a Saturday. It was like just like a moment. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let's just fucking go do something. So we drove up there and like, all right, cool. And then there was this badass fucking arcade. It was Star Wars. Like it was the coolest fucking like. It looked like it was Sega Saturn graphics.
Oh.
But, I mean, it had this big old fucking screen, and you fucking flew the X-Wing, and...
I was just going to say, what are you doing? And you said the X-Wing. So answer that question
so
real
cool,
fast.
man, because, I mean, it was, like, so cheesy, too, because, like, you could see it, and then, like...
Had that old retro feel to it, huh?
Actually, it looked like you were in a movie theater, because the screen was a screen, and then behind you was the projector. So it shot the whole thing on the screen, so you could like do this with your hands and see your hands in front of the fucking thing. So it was like
nice.
it was so like not saying good graphics. It wasn't blurry, but it was just enough blurry. It was like, but it was still fun to play.
The gameplay itself probably felt retro, didn't it?
Yeah, you actually feel like you're playing. It was trying to get that nice like you're in the X-wing, but you're not in the X-wing.
Yeah, I bet you're sitting there thinking yourself, stay on target. Use the Force, Luke.
Exactly. So yeah, we were playing that game. That was pretty cool too.
Oh man, I wish I could have done that. If it's at the one that I may go to, I'll try it. I'll try it definitely. Now that you mentioned it.
Also too, we were talking about claw machines when me and John was in Japan trying to go to the claw machines because we found some really cool ass Dragon Ball Z figures, some fucking anime chick figures and stuff like that. And I'm like playing, I'm like trying to get this one fucking thing, right? And this guy comes over out of nowhere, and he, I'm over there, I grab hold of this fucking item I want, and it just got right close to the fucking, hole, and it dropped. I'm like, fuck, right? So we left, and homeboy came up there, and he just grabbed the same thing. I'm like, fuck, this motherfucker's got my goddamn thing I want, right? He dropped it, he come to me, he goes, here, you can have it.
What?
Because he saw me struggling to get the damn thing, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, "I'll show you how to, really play these damn things." So, So he's like, here, he puts a couple quarters in there, right? He's in there. He goes, "Oh, you want to do this? You want to go on this angle right here?" After he showed us, and we started practicing with the guy, we were like fucking grabbing everything out of the fucking machine.
Oh my god!
We were like, "Dude, what?" I mean, like first I was like pissed because like. Oh my god, he grabbed what I wanted. And he comes up to me, he taps me on the shoulder.
Dude was a very nice guy.
Because, exactly.
Wow.
And another thing over there too, their love is their pachinko machines.
What is that?
It's basically almost like pinball, but you just put a bunch of balls and you shoot them up and they do ding 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 ding.
Oh, okay.
And then all you do at the very bottom is you hold this stupid little slot thing down, and try to get your marbles into the thing.
They had something similar in I think it was Mario Sunshine.
Yes,
something like that.
Yes.
Because I remember when you let me borrow yours, I was on that one. I was pissing me off so bad.
That's actually in my last episode I was doing. I told you guys I'm done with this. It's bullshit. You can get so many game overs. It's like fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm done. You guys get the idea. I can't do that.
You get the idea. Fuck this nonsense.
Yeah, but yeah. So like when you're near a pachinko machine in Japan, you hear because you just walk by a certain area and you hear a bunch of ding 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 ding. You'll hear a bunch of
little metal balls.
Oh my god! You just hear beep 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 beep. It's like okay, and that's their gambling. That's how they. That's
oh no shit.
That's their gambling. That's how they gamble.
Damn.
Yeah. They win money. That's like
wasn't that scene in the third Fast and Furious where DK was in there and with Han?
I don't remember.
They were like in a little arcade gambling area.
I
remember seeing.
I'll have to look in there, but I really don't.
Because that's where they had they went into the back room of this area.
Probably because that's their gambling.
Yeah. So that kind of makes sense now that you said that. Because I was sitting there, I'm like, why do they choose an arcade area for their secret meetings and stuff? Now I know why, it's a gambling area.
Yeah, that's their gambling. I mean, they probably do play poker, blackjack, but that's basically their slot machines.
Ah.
So that's everywhere.
Thankfully, I've never had to experience a slot machine.
I played a couple of them. I went down south to the Hard Rock Cafe and played some slot machines and stuff like that. I won money and then I stopped.
I think I would get pissed off because I probably know my luck I would lose.
You never know. But so yeah, a couple arcades, and they're still around too. Some of these people still have them and they're going for big bucks.
I'm pretty sure some get sold in auctions.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they get sold for quite a pretty penny.
I was watching another YouTube channel, Pixel Squads. And the guy was supposed to go to this one dude's house just to help him clean up. And he goes, "Hey, I got 2 cabinets for you." And he's like, "Well," he goes, "you can have them." And they've been sitting out in his backyard for like a whole year. So who knows with the weather and all this, right? So he just picked him up, put both of them in his car, and he drove home. One worked. And it was a Marvel vs. Capcom one.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my friend JC would love to have that one because he just recently got I think it came out last year, but the newest one, the newest Marvel vs. Capcom. He's been addicted to that game lately.
That was another game I played on. It was I think that was my first fighting game. Was Marvel vs. Capcom before I got into Mortal Kombat because you could switch out your characters.
And it was like he told me it was like, I think the first one was like a 2-on-2, and then eventually
It was
got
a 3-on-3.
3-on-3.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he knows a lot more about at least that better than I do.
And I also remember playing another fight. No, not a fighting game, but I remember playing NBA Jam.
Oh my god, NBA Jam
In the arcades?
You done said it now, bro. You done said it.
I remember playing that game in the arcade because you had like, it was crazy because in the whole cabinet was like 4 controllers.
Yeah.
And he's like,
everyone just playing, and it's like, you're on fire.
Yep.
Boom shakalaka.
Yep.
One of those famous phrases now.
Yep. Oh, from downtown.
Oh my god, that game was. I mean, even the console versions was pretty badass.
Yeah, but playing
the
that
Sega Genesis one was badass too.
Yep. But I remember playing that in the arcade.
The arcade though is where it really shined.
Oh yeah, because then you just go up to random people and then you're like, "Hey, you want to play? Sure."
2-on-2, boom.
Yep. Also, too, I remember going to, like I said, Disney Quest when we they had the Daytona 500.
Yes.
They had all 8 cars linked up.
Yeah.
And it's like they're trying to make sure that everybody there's people like, "Hey man, we want to try to get everybody in the same race." And so it's like 8 people, and then there's like 7 people linked up, and you just have one random person who's like playing by themselves. So like you couldn't wait 2 seconds to link up with all of us.
It's like, dude, just wait, man. You play with us.
Exactly.
It'd be a lot more fun.
And then it was like all of us just bullshitting, talking, shit talking to everybody, and we're just sitting there fucking driving and fucking. It was cool because like
that was during the time when you came up to Daytona with my uncle and my stepdad.
That was way after that.
Okay.
This is Disney Quest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about this.
This is when me and John, your brother, went up there like religiously when we had our fucking season pass and shit.
Okay, I got you now.
Yeah.
I was getting the locations mixed up.
Yeah, so like I said, it was like the race. That was cool too. That's cool when they start getting those racing games linked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, me honestly, I'm not the biggest racing game person in the world, but if you can get a good one and you can get a bunch of people in there with you, that's a good time.
That's the thing. Racing games on a console is kind of hard, but when you get that steering wheel on a console or at least the arcades, that's fun because you're sitting in the chair, you get the steering wheel, you get the foot pedals, you get the fucking
even the shift. And I'm not a big fan of doing that usually in racing games, but if you're doing it in an arcade, you got to do it.
All you got to do
it.
Exactly.
It adds to the experience of the fun that you're playing in the game.
Exactly.
Because even, like I said, even Cruising the World did that too. And Cruising USA did.
Yeah, they both had it. Yeah.
All had it. And it was the best way to do it too because you can get your car faster, weird as that is.
Exactly. You can shift gears and shit.
It was awesome.
Oh, man.
Good times on that
shit. Like I said, dude, I wish they brought back Disney Quest, man, just to go up there for one day, play some not just the arcades, but other games they had.
All kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Like you said, the air hockey, pinballs, the arcades, that pirate ride.
Oh, that pirate ride. They also had another ride, too. It was kind of weird. It was kind of like really clunky as well, too, but they had like a raft ride.
Yes.
You kind of sit in a little raft and you had a little oar. And
we didn't get on it when I was there, but I remember you telling me and I saw it when we was there.
Yeah, we were in line for the pirate thing.
Yeah.
So kind of big screen in front of you, sit in a little raft, and then you try to do this and trying to... It was just too, like... It was too clunky. I was like, I'm done with this game. So, but... you're talking about laser tag. Laser tag is a good
Oh, my God, yes. Again, when it came to that, my friend JC, he said he was in a league.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he played it like every weekend.
I remember
But I wasn't in a league. I don't think you were either. But did have a good time playing it though.
Yeah, I remember one time when where we were at. We went to a place up in Melbourne, and it was called Andretti's. It had laser tag there, right? And it was like, I think did you go that day? I don't think you went.
I'm not sure.
No, I know it was like it was around your brother's birthday, but we had a bunch
You guys
of
probably went because of his birthday.
yeah. So I mean, your brother went, his wife went, me and my wife went, my brother and his friends, my cousin, we all fucking went up there, and we did go-karts.
Oh, go-karts. That's fun.
We did the batting cages.
Love the batting cages.
The only thing we didn't do was the putt-putt golf because we were...
What?
No, we didn't do it because...
Oh, love putt-putt golf. I know you do too. But
I do, but we didn't
do
go up there. But we were too busy doing... And then they had the arcade and they had laser tag. And I remember one time where it was me and some other people and I think Chris was on, my brother, and I think your brother was on it because it was only like... What was he here? Was it 1, 2, 3, 5 of us? Because no, I think you did go to. I think you went there too.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I remember doing it.
Yeah,
I remember.
But
Yeah, I was there.
I remember like one time my cousin was on the other team, and I cheated because I took my vest off and threw it on the floor.
That's right. I was there because I remember you doing that.
And I'm just sitting there like fucking just.
Came back
right. And then my cousin, your team wins, and then my cousin's like, "Oh, he's shooting at you." Like, yeah, but my vest was on the floor because I unsnapped it and
I
threw it on
remember
the floor.
she was one that cussed your ass out too. And I think I was on your team when that happened. So I think all of us had a good laugh at that.
There was another part in that area too where the wall came down so like fucking so right?
Yeah.
And I'm so tall. I was just
like
fucking blind shooting people and like seeing everybody's over there.
That's the advantage of your height at that point.
Yeah, but they also had, like I said, they had some cool arcades. They had some pinball machines up there too, so stuff like that.
And what's cool about pinballs, I love a lot of their designs they come up with. A lot of the themes for pinball machines. Oh, God.
Everything from like the Mummy to like most of your movies,
action movies, other games.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
you name it. They've got all kinds of themes for it. Even wrestling ones. I remember not watching, but I remember seeing old WWF at the time. Old Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and Jake the Snake Roberts on there. A bunch of them on there.
Oh
too.
Yeah. I remember playing a Twister one too.
I saw that. I think I saw something like that, but I don't think I played that.
I remember playing the Twister one. I remember playing the Mummy.
The Mummy, I remember.
I remember playing Indiana Jones.
Yep.
A Terminator one. Obviously, Back to the Future, they had one up there too.
What is it? I think there was another one.
An Avatar.
No, I really had an Avatar one?
Yeah, well,
I'm not surprised, but wow, I never saw that one.
It was pretty true because then you had all the Navis comes.
Yeah, that's cool. I bet that one looked really good. I bet there was a bunch of flashing lights and all kinds of shit for that one.
It was so cool.
It looked like the planet, huh?
Yep, looked like Pandora.
That's awesome. Speaking of that, a little off subject, I need to get back to playing the Avatar game that I got on PlayStation. I've only played it once.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Oh, did you?
I couldn't do it anymore. It was just too much.
I haven't gotten in enough to even actually give that full opinion yet.
Yeah.
Did you have it on disc?
I did have it on disc because I bought it on sale. It was like it was like $20.
Okay, I pre-ordered mine.
And then I took it to GameStop and they gave me $30 for it, so I got money back for it.
I pre-ordered it on download. So.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason. Like certain games, But anyways, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys, your thoughts of arcade games, if you guys have some in your areas, that's cool. You guys did play them and they were going away. You think they should come back? At least somebody open up a little place and hole in the wall for them.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, because just to
actually, I want to check out that bowling alley, see if they got it there.
Right. I don't know. They probably got rid of half their shit.
Maybe. But
you talking about the bowling one near us?
Yeah.
Oh, they probably got rid of a lot of shit.
Man. It would be a shame if they did.
Yeah, I think the only arcades around here left is probably like fucking.
Because honestly, that's where my most of my arcade memories are there.
Yeah, they're
that's
probably,
where I
they're
played
probably
the
gone
most.
because it's new people, so I'm sure they scut that.
Ugh. And of course they would if they did.
So, yeah, man, some arcade games. Like I said, I wanted
Don't
to.
you remember those little cups you get full of quarters and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Or if the machines didn't have quarters, you had to go to the counter, get tokens.
Yeah.
You get like a cup full of tokens.
Tokens, exactly. Yeah, because then it's
Even
like
Chuck E. Cheese did that.
I think they still do that.
Do they?
I don't think they would, but yeah. But yeah, I remember some arcades like only took tokens. You had to actually take a quarter and exchange it for a fucking token.
Yep. Or if you put like I think they had machines that you can put I think they had ones for coins, bring out the coins.
Yeah.
But they also I think they had dollar bill ones too.
Yep,
You can
yep.
put
So you put
dollar
your
bill
credits in there.
and get
Yep.
a bunch of tokens.
Yep.
And I remember it's like get a cup and you set it right on your arcade and you just go.
Yep. You just sit there play.
Just go and go and go.
Yep.
What was good though about some of them, like those places, you get all the tickets and go get prizes for all the stuff you won.
Talking about prizes, I remember when my brother worked at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh yeah, that's right. You came home. He came home with rolls of tickets.
No, I did.
Oh, you.
I did because when he worked there.
But he brought it home for you, right?
No, I won them.
Oh, you actually won them.
Because when he worked there, they have two types of tokens. One are like your pure gold ones.
Yeah.
The ones that they give all the customers.
Yeah.
And then they had another one that was more like a nickel color.
Oh, like
They're test tokens.
No shit.
But they still worked as regular fucking tokens. And my brother would come home with bags full of these fucking tokens. He's like, don't tell nobody you have these tokens. He goes, you can go play, but don't tell nobody. Don't let nobody know you have these tokens. And so basically, I had a whole bag of them in my fucking pocket. So I would make sure I took them out and with nobody around, just put them in there and fucking start playing.
Now you said they were test ones, so.
But they still fucking work, and you still
when
get
you put
tickets.
it in there, did it come out through the machine, like the change thing?
No.
No, it just stayed in there.
It stayed in there. But if I
okay.
won the game, I won the tickets.
Nice.
So I remember like one time.
Did you get your lava lamp
That's
from
how
that?
I got my lava lamp. My first lava lamp when I was a kid. Yep. I was like, I want that lava lamp. I had to pay for it because he just got a whole bag of the test tokens. I was just back there winning all these fucking tickets.
Nice.
And then I'm like, I want that.
That one, please. Thank you.
I won a lot of shit from Chuck E. Cheese for free.
Flexing there a little bit, huh?
Same thing when we went to Dave & Buster's. My wife's like, oh man, I want this there's a badass fucking Star Wars cereal bowl.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want it. I'm like, how? And I was like, oh, about 200 points or something. I'm like, I got this. Let me go and play some games. And then we fucking won it. And
Nice.
We got shot glass. You know,
Oh,
shot glass.
yeah.
It's in my room. Yep. It says Dave & Buster's on it. So.
That's right. I think I saw that.
Yeah. I'll have to go check out the new one over here in our town and see how that is.
The Dave & Buster's, yeah.
Yeah. The one with the claw
I'll let you
machine and
know.
stuff. I don't know.
When I go. Because I'm curious.
Are you guys going tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow. They said at some point when when I guess they're financially okay and everything,
Gotcha.
you can't just go out and just.
Well, you never know.
Go outside.
I might be there pretty soon myself. Who knows? I might just take a drive out there.
Awesome.
But anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Now that we know that we can get shit back in line.
Yes.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this episode. Please hit that notification bell for more episodes, and don't forget to also check out our other channels as well, and also to check out their merch and help us out.
Also hit a thumbs up.
And also share and also comment down below. What was your first, like I said, what was your first arcade game? What was your favorite arcade game?
I think mine, honestly, was probably Cruising the World. Honestly, because I had a lot of fun on that.
I had a bunch of blasts of all.
Oh yeah,
all
a lot
stuff.
of them. But I'm just going off my memory on that. I remember having a lot of fun on it. And Mortal Kombat was a lot of fun too.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, growing up is loving up. And I'll see you guys in the next video.